A very good morning, dear children. Today we are going to continue with the last part of chapter 19, that is life cycle of the stars. Today we are going to learn about evolution of stars. What is the meaning of evolution? It means that the properties of the stars, they change along with the time, that results in passing of it through different stages. That is called as evolution of stars. The main reason for evolution of star is the burning of the fuel at the center of the star. It has fuel at the center, which can be hydrogen, helium, but initially it starts with burning of hydrogen in the center. And because of the burning of the fuel, what happens is that there is something called as gas pressure that starts increasing. This gas pressure, it moves outward, into the outward direction it will move. Okay, the gas pressure that is moving in the outward direction is balanced by gravitational force in the inward direction. So gas pressure is moving in the outward direction, and exactly how much the gas pressure is, similar amount of gravitational force moves in the inward direction. Because there is balance between the gas pressure and the gravitational force, the star remains stable. Okay, now the hydrogen, now obviously the fuel is continuously burning. When the fuel is continuously burning, it is obvious that there will be a point when the fuel gets over. Suppose hydrogen is burning. When hydrogen has stopped, or when the amount of hydrogen in the center has got over, then helium starts undergoing fusion and energy generation starts. But obviously at one point what is going to happen, this fuel will also get over. Okay, at this point when the fuel is getting over, what changes will you observe? Initially, what did we say? The gas pressure and the gravitational force both are balanced. But when the fuel in the center of the star is decreasing, or it is getting over, this gas pressure is going to be very small as compared to the gravitational force. At this condition, you can say that pressure is very low, that is gas pressure decreases. Obviously gas pressure, hot gas it is. So pressure is decreasing means what? The temperature is decreasing. There's no hot gas coming out from the star now. That is why, because there's no burning of the fuel, that is why the temperature is going to decrease. So pressure is decreasing, temperature of the star is decreasing, but there is one thing that increases, and that is gravitation. Understanding? So pressure is decreasing, temperature is decreasing, but gravitation is increasing. And as a result of this, because of gravitation, okay, what is happening? Gravitation is increasing. So gravitation is in the direction that is towards the center of the star. So the star, because of such high gravitation, it contracts in its size. Contracting means what? It's going to decrease in the size. So all the particles which was there in that huge star, the particles have all come together at the center, and they're all adjusted in a small space. Why is this so? It has got adjusted in this small space mainly because of the high gravitational force. Okay, at this point of time, what is going to happen? The star is going to develop a new type of pressure in the center of the star. This pressure that the star has developed now is not going to be dependent on anything. Okay, and that is why the star will remain stable forever. This becomes the end stage of the star. Now, based upon the mass or the initial mass of the star, there are three ways of evolution. Now in this last class, when we were discussing about interstellar cloud, I told you that how stars develop from the interstellar cloud. Okay, now the stars that develop from the interstellar cloud can be divided into three. The first one is the star which has low mass. When I say low mass, it means that these are the stars which have less than, which have the mass that is less than 8 times that of the mass of the sun. Okay, so if I take the mass of the sun and I multiply it into 8, that means 8 times the mass of the sun, these stars have less than that. They have a mass which is less than that particular amount. Understanding? So when I say low mass star, what does that mean? It has a mass which is less than 8 times the mass of the sun. That is why in the bracket I've written as less than 8. This is the first type of star we are going to learn about. Okay. The second type of star which develops from the interstellar cloud is high mass. In that also you have two types. One which ranges from 8 to 25 times the mass of the sun, and one which is more than 25 times the mass of the sun. We'll look at it, don't worry. For now, let's concentrate on low mass star. Now, these are the stars which, as I already told you, have the initial mass less than 8 times the mass of the sun. The stars, when the fuel in the star or in the center of the star, when it is burning, at that time the star becomes bigger in size, or the star, its radius increases. And at this point they are called as the red giant stars. Why are you calling it as red giant stars? Because they have very large size and they appear red. Why are they appearing red? Because of their low temperature. Okay, now this is how they're going to be. As time passes and as it reaches the end of its evolution, these stars, they explode and their entire outer gas envelope, it is torn out. Okay, and the inner part of it contracts and its size becomes similar to the size of the earth. Okay, now even though I'm telling you that is similar to the size of the earth, the density of the star is very, very high. Okay, now at this stage, the pressure that is there in the star is because of the electrons, and they become independent of any temperature. Okay, and it is able to balance the gravitational force forever. In this stage, the star looks white and it's very, very small in size. That is why it is called as a white dwarf. Dwarf basically means small in size. Okay, so the low mass stars which are generated from the interstellar clouds, which have the mass less than 8 times the mass of the sun, normally end up, or the end stage of such star is that they become white dwarfs. Okay, now coming to high mass star. Here, as I already told you, high mass star have two types in it. One which has the mass in between 8 to 25 times, and the second is which have more than 25 times. So for now we are going to discuss about high mass stars which have the mass in between 8 to 25 times that of the mass of the sun. Okay, now here one thing you have to know is that the initial stages of every star is the same. Whether you talk about low mass star or you talk about high mass star, the initial stages till the red giant star is the same. So here also what is going to happen? The star, the fuel in the center of the star is going to burn, because of which its size is going to increase. After its size increases, what is going to happen? It's going to be called as a red giant star. Okay, because of the low temperature, it's going to be appearing red. But here, where does it, till here is the same like the low mass star. Okay, now where is the change happening? When there is an explosion, here the explosion is extremely huge. Okay, when it's a high mass star, the explosion that is taking place is very, very, very high. The explosion is called as a supernova explosion. It is so powerful that you can actually even see it during the day also. Understood? So you can imagine how much huge that explosion is. Now what happens is, when the supernova explosion has taken place, the central portion of the star, it will contract, and it is going to be made up of only neutrons in it. Okay, that is why such stars are called as the neutron stars. Here again they have reached a stage where they are able to balance the gravitational force forever. So high mass stars which have the mass in between 8 to 25 normally end up as neutron stars. Alright. Now going on to the second part of high mass stars. As I told you, two types are there, in between 8 to 25, and the second part is more than 25. So we are going to discuss about the high mass stars which have a mass that is more than 25 times the mass of the sun. Here also same thing, the initial stages remain the same. What is going to happen first? The fuel in the star is going to burn, because of which it will expand, and then it is going to become red giant star. Till here everything is the same. Here again there's going to be supernova explosion. A very huge explosion takes place. But here, when I'm telling that this is a high mass star which has the mass more than 25, the problem with these stars is that they cannot balance the gravitational force. They are not able, the pressure that is there, or whatever after the explosion, whatever remains, they are not able to balance the gravitational force. So what is going to happen? The gravitational force that is there is so high that everything that is next to the star is going to be pulled towards itself. Okay, and the gravitational force is so high, it is so high that all the particles that were there in the star, they all come close to one another, and they end up in the form of a hole. Okay, so what has happened here? The explosion took place, but because the star was not able to balance the gravitational force, all the particles in the star, it all came together to form a very tiny structure. But the gravitational force in this structure is so high that it pulls everything that is close to it. Okay, it is going to pull the nothing can even come out. All the objects get attracted, nothing can come out of it, not even light. Okay, any light that is falling on these stars does not even get reflected. Okay, so you can actually not see the star, but instead of that you only see a very minute black hole in its place. And that is why the end stage of this star is called as the black hole. Understanding? So we have seen that depending upon the mass, there are three paths of evolution and three end stages of the stars. For the stars which have a mass less than 8, you have them ending up as white dwarf. For those stars who have a mass between 8 and 25, they become neutron stars. And for those who have more than 25, they end up as being a black hole. Okay, I hope actually this topic is very interesting. Okay, so what you have to do is, in your book it has been explained beautifully, so you will be reading your text from page 131 to 134. Okay, so with this we have ended up with the portion, science portion. Also we have completed with chapter 19 also. I hope this is clear. Kindly read your textbooks also. Thank you.